Being a son to an NBA dad is no easy feat. Sure, the NBA kids enjoy the novelty of it all, but what we're saying is that there's very little time to bask in all that goodness. Whether they decide to go down the same road as their dads and pick up the ball, or choose a different career entirely, they are bound to attract a bunch of criticism. That just seems to come with the territory. Let's take a look at the NBA sons who are doing their fathers and fans proud. First up, Devin Booker, son of Melvin Booker. Devin Booker not only managed to follow his father's career path to the NBA, he also managed to come out better than his old man. Melvin Booker only played in the NBA for 2 years and left the court with an average of 5.2 points per game. A good run, yes, but not something extraordinary when you look at Devin Booker's track record. The kid, at only 21 and in his third season in the NBA, is already a regular all-star. He has managed to pull off the incredible task of scoring 70 points in a single game. Believe it or not, very few guys in NBA history have achieved such a score. If that's not impressive enough, he also won his first three-point contest during the All-Star weekend. The young Booker also throws his dad's game average out of the courts, averaging 24.2 points per game. This kid sure is turning the tables around, possibly on his way to becoming a bigger star than his dad. Next, Steph Curry, son of Del Curry. Del Curry, the 1993-94 Sixth Man of the Year, just might get beat by his eldest son at his own game. Steph Curry is one of the finest shooters of this generation's basketball, with his ability to chuck up half-court shots as if they were free throws. The kid has clearly inherited his dad's athleticism and then some. When it comes to awards, he hands down beats old man Curry. Steph's list of achievements is a tad bit long. He is a 2-time MVP, 5-time All-Star, a 1-time NBA scoring champion, and a 4-time All-NBA player. This kid is on fire. Now, Al Horford, son of Tito Horford. Rumor has it, LeBron James's chances of competing at NBA Finals were narrow at one point, and at the center of this threat stood Boston Celtics' Al Horford. His father, Tito, played in the league between the late 80s to early 90s. The older Horford stuck it out on the court for a good 3 years. However, unbelievably, he never played many minutes. But hey, he did manage to inspire his son enough to enter the court. Al Horford, on the other hand, has made a place for himself as one of the best big men in the NBA. The 11-year veteran hails from the Dominican Republic and has 5 All-Star appearances under his belt. Up next, Jabari Parker, son of Sonny Parker. Jabari Parker's been playing ball since high school and college, and anyone who's seen the kid play knows that the sky's the limit for him. When he's not injured, that is. The Milwaukee Bucks player has the makings of someone who can be an all-star. At 21, he started about 50 games in the 2016-2017 season and managed a good average of more than 20 points, in addition to 6 rebounds a game. Jabari's dad, Sonny, was also a good player. He delivered decent numbers while he was on the court for the Golden State Warriors back in the late 70s and early 80s. However, unlike Sonny, his dad didn't have much trouble with injuries. Be that as it may, young Jabari still manages to outshine his old man on the court. Now we have Kobe Bryant, son of Joe Bryant. Now this one shouldn't come as much of a surprise. Kobe Bryant wasn't the first person in the family to make it to the NBA. Joe Bryant played the sport for 8 years, well before little Bryant even knew what a basketball was. However, despite the long run, Joe Bryant's career wasn't particularly an impressive one. During the course of 8 years, he played for a bunch of different teams and never really made it big. Well, not as big as his son, anyway. He did manage to get a nickname that stuck, Jelly Bean, because he often displayed skills you wouldn't really expect from someone with his physique. The highlight of his career came during Magic Johnson's NBA debut, when he managed to dunk all over Lakers legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His son, on the other hand, outshone his dad, becoming a Lakers legend during his career, which spanned a good 20 years. Unlike his dad, younger Bryant was consistent in his game and stuck it out with the Los Angeles Lakers throughout his career. With 5 championship wins, 18 All-Star games, all NBA teams, and 12 All-Defensive Teams nominations, the late Kobe Bryant made a legacy of his own. Next on the list, Klay Thompson, son of Michael Thompson. Michael Thompson knew his way about the court. He managed to work his way around the low and the high post. The elder Thompson was drafted number 1 overall by the Trail Blazers in the 1978 NBA draft. Fresh out of Minnesota, many say his rookie season during the 1978-79 campaign was nothing short of stellar. Sounds about right, as he did rank 4th among rookies of the season, holding 14.7 points per game. Klay Thompson, on the other hand, has made his mark on the court as a member of the Warriors. Younger Thompson is a strong and impressive defender, partly because of his physique, but we can't disregard his versatile ability to defend against guards and wings. His resume is pretty impressive, with 3 championships, 4 All-Star selections, 2 All-NBA third-team honors, and 1 three-point contest championship. Next, Andrew Wiggins, son of Mitchell Wiggins. Now this one's a bit out of the rags to riches story. Mitchell Wiggins suited up for the Philadelphia 76ers with one goal: to secure a future for himself and his family. Wiggins' debut in the NBA wasn't as simple as his son's. The player was traded twice before he could set foot inside the legendary NBA practice gym. His career was rocky at best throughout, with only a 2-year gap of stability when he was with the Houston Rockets, which many call his best season, where Mitchell averaged 15.5 points per game. but that too went downhill soon following his ban from the league after he tested positive for cocaine. Wiggins Jr. really seemed to be turning the narrative around, as many believe his performance even as a rookie is far better than his old man, even when he was in his prime years. We can't decide whether it's a moment of pride or otherwise for an NBA dad. One thing's for sure, Andrew has proven he's a solid player with an impressive average of 16.9 points per game, that too during his rookie season with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Kevin Love, son of Stan Love. Many don't know that Kevin's dad, Stan Love, played not only in the NBA, but in the ABA as well. Towering at 6 feet 9 inches, the older Love was a power forward who played a total of 227 games in the league. Now that's a big number. He might not have had many minutes on the court, granted, but he had solid numbers despite that. He left his NBA career with an average of 6.8 points and 4 rebounds per game. While Love wasn't a premier player, he sure inspired his son to become one. Stan Love's career numbers don't come anywhere close to what his son has managed so far. Kevin Love's a 5-time All-Star with an NBA championship win under his name with the Cavaliers in 2016. In addition to his other achievements, he's also the NBA three-point contest champion. Safe to say, Kevin took his dad's game to the next level. Lastly, Amato Sabonis, son of Arvydas Sabonis. Many believe that Arvydas is one of the greatest players of his time, that too at an international level. If you haven't heard of the guy, we've got you covered. He was like the prelude in a book of what bigger men in basketball would eventually become. He was amongst the first big players on the court. With a staggering height of 7'3", the man could practically step outside, knock down three-pointers, and pass the ball almost like a pro point guard. Let's just say his son had some big shoes to fill, pun intended. Though Sabonis Jr. has a towering name to live up to, many in the league believe he just might be able to pull it off. He started his career with an average of 12.1 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. The talent was definitely there. Domantas did later manage to make his name in the league as the Indiana Pacer bagged the NBA All-Star 2 times. And there you have it, a list of the NBA sons making their NBA dads proud. Usually athletic greatness is linked to hardcore dedication, but maybe genetics do add some magic to it. It seems most of the second-generation players were born to play the sport of their dad. Did we leave out any of the NBA youth? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.